Hey folks, Killboy here with the 12-minute weekly update, or this week's I should say. Missed last week's. We were concentrating on the two different areas. I had some people out here shooting, and then I was at the hill climb, SCCA hill climb event with my wife. We were shooting video and taking pictures, and I was concentrating all the video I could on the cars that go by, because some of them only make so many passes before they break or crash or whatever. So yeah, Saturday, it's about 3:30, June 30th, so holiday, July 4th coming up here pretty soon. I don't know if people probably got their vacations planned out for that. It's been pretty slow here the past few days. It's been really hot. It's like 100 yesterday and today. So yeah, and the humidity was pretty high too, so causes some real problems. We had a few incidents. The last time it was really this hot, which is the first time this year, but this heat will have people make mistakes, a few more wrecks attributed to it, things like that. So, keep yourself cool, stay hydrated. Big things, staying hydrated sounds so cliche, but it's so easy to do when it's this hot out. Nothing really planned to talk about this week. I guess I hadn't really put together any notes. If you guys have any suggestions for upcoming thing, let me know. But I thought I might talk a little bit about some of the other area roads. A lot of you folks know about these, but maybe some people have only been here a couple times or haven't been here at all planning a trip. So, this one really steals the thunder from some of the other great roads in this area, but a lot of people feel that some of those other roads are more enjoyable than this one. Everybody has to do this one just so they can say they did it, claim to fame thing. But yeah, we're in the middle of some really good riding all around this area. And the locations in relationship to here, and basic information, there's a lot of stuff online. So if you go to tailthedragon.com or dealsgap.com, you can find a lot of maps and information about other roads in the area there. I really recommend you go check those out, get an idea of where everything is at in relation. Probably the most famous other area road is the Cherohala Skyway. If you have a problem pronouncing that, we just sometimes call it the Skyway. But it's a combination of the word Cherokee and Nantahala, so it's Cherohala. Connects the two Indian reservation areas together. It's pretty significant road. At the time they opened it, it was the most expensive road ever built in North Carolina, and only part of it's in North Carolina, and most of it's in Tennessee actually. It was like $100 million road. It goes up over a mile high. It's about 40 something miles long, almost 50 miles across, and it's just nothing but scenery. I mean, you end up sort of straddling some mountain ridges, and you can see off both directions at times. It's crazy. Beautiful, beautiful scenery. Still curvy, but not as tight as this is. Way more relaxed, but still keeps you kind of leaned over. The speed limit's like 45 in North Carolina, I think 40 or 30 in Tennessee. So you got to kind of watch your speed up there. But it's nice. It's a nice getaway, especially like today. It's about 20 degrees cooler up there on average. So you figure, you know, an 80 degree day down here is going to be like 60 up there. But likewise, if it's cool here, then it's going to be chilly up there. So be ready for that temperature drop up there as you get to the top. But really popular road. A lot of people like it better than this road that come to visit. So be sure and try to fit that in your schedule. It's only 17 miles away from Dills Gap. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's 17 miles to 143, and then there it is on the sign, Cherohala Skyway. It's down the road there. 27 miles from here. So yeah, there's a 10-mile access once you turn off 129. It's a nice road. They just recently paved it and everything, and that leads you up to where the Skyway actually begins. And that takes you over Tellico, Tennessee, towards Chattanooga. You can make a loop out of it. It takes about 4 hours to do the Dragon Cherohala loop. Come back around. Also on the north end of Dills Gap, there is about 5 miles out. There's a road called Foothills Parkway. Another nice climb, sweepers, no commercial structures or anything on it, just like the Skyway. There's no gas stations or anything on the Skyway, so get your stuff together before you head across that thing. Make sure you got gas and food, and use the bathroom, whatever. Foothills Parkway, same thing, but it's not quite as long. Goes up a little high, but not quite as high as the Skyway, but has some awesome views up there. There's a little known excellent viewpoint up there if you can stomach about a half-mile hike on a paved path that's kind of uphill. But there's a place called Look Rock. There's signs and everything that says parking for Look Rock. It's a big government tower that's open to the public, big concrete tower. They've got a weather station up there, cameras and everything. In fact, our camera on killboy.com is from that vantage up there. But yeah, on the Foothills Parkway, if you can, go check out Look Rock. But it takes you over to Townsend, towards Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Cades Cove. All that's on the other end of Foothills Parkway. And like I said, it's just like 5 miles from the end of the gap, north end. Drive along the lakes down there. It's real pretty. A couple other roads and significant places, I guess. Highway 28 right down here at the at the end of the southern end of Dills Gap. There's the Dills Gap Motorcycle Resort on one side of the road, and Tell the Dragon t-shirt outlet on the other side of the road. And 28 is right there. Turn left, and it'll go all the way down. I don't know how far it goes. It goes a pretty long ways down into Georgia and everything. And it's a really cool, twisty ride. Takes you down into Franklin, I think. I'm having a brain fart here, sorry. It's got some sections where you kind of have to drive on a highway or 4-lane for a little bit, and then you jump back off onto some more twisty roads, really twisty stuff. Real pretty though. It takes you through some neat places. And I guess, this isn't for everybody. I guess this is one of those sort of insider info roads that you may not be interested in. but it's kind of a neat road. Some people enjoy it, especially if you have a pretty soft suspension, because the road is kind of rough, this one. But there's a road that goes out the top of Fontana Village, which is just right down 28, about 12 miles, Fontana Village. Fontana Village is really neat. It's an ex-TVA town that they built during World War II era for the people to live that were building all these dams around here to supply Alcoa Aluminum Company over in Tennessee with energy so they could make all the aluminum. So Fontana Village is right there, and there's a road out the top of Fontana Village. We refer to it as Reimer's Ferry. I'm not sure if that's actually the name of the road, but it takes you across sort of a straight path between 28 and 120, or not straight, but a more direct path from 28 to 129, and it comes out right across the road from Topeka Lodge, which is just down here, like 4 miles down this road. So normally you'd make a big loop to go, around 129 to 28 to Fontana Village. It's a big circle, but this road cuts straight through that. And like I said, it's rough. There's a neighborhood back in there, and take it easy if you're going through there. Don't make a lot of ruckus and everything. Those people are used to it being pretty quiet back in there, and we don't want to get the locals all riled up and everything about bikes coming through. I ain't trying to bother anybody, but if you take it easy through there and check it out, it's a pretty neat road, especially if you're on like a dual sport or a motard, or you're just comfortable with a rougher road, because the asphalt has a little bit of gravel here and there. It's not too bad, but it has this washboard finish. It's not properly paved. They just pour that tar and gravel down and then sweep it away, the excess or whatever. So be ready for that. Yeah, so that's about 12 minutes. If you think of anything else, like I say, I'm just kind of running these now to let you see. Again, the whole purpose of these was to show you what traffic's really like out here on the busiest day, at the busiest time of day. You see what it's like, so you can take those reports that you hear some people say with a little more knowledge of what it's really like out here. But yeah, if you have any questions or ideas for subject matter, just leave them in the comments below. You can subscribe if you want to keep up with all this stuff. I try to do them every week. And check out your photos at killboy.com. Talk to you next week.